Happy 2021, everybody, and welcome. I am so excited to be here today, and I'm excited that you decided to join me. So, welcome to becoming the CEO of your life, Gen Z. My name is Professor Cynthia Ruiz, and I am a Cherokee citizen. So let me just make sure that I'm recording here. I do believe I am recording. Oops. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for showing up today. Congratulations for showing up and taking charge of your life. It is so important that you take charge of your life. I'm looking at the number of participants, and our limit for the number of participants is 100, and we're at 100. So, yay, congratulations. Thank you so much for showing up and being with me today. So let's get started because we have a lot of information to go over in a short period of time. But before we get started, I am your facilitator today, but it's up to you to do the work. So what I need you to do is get something to write with because you are going to be doing the work. So get paper, pen, or pencil and get ready to work. Are we ready to work? Let's do this. Become the CEO of your life. Okay, well, I start everything that I do with gratitude. So the first thing I want to do is give gratitude to the Cherokee Nation. Our fearless leader, we all know, is Principal Chief Chuck Hoskins Jr., who really was the person that I talked to about doing this webinar. And he said, absolutely, Cynthia, it's so important to invest in our future generations. And guess what? You are our future generation. So Chief is behind us and he's so excited about this. So let's give a shout out to Principal Chief Chuck Hoskins. Yay! The next person I want to express gratitude to is Corey Bunch. Corey is the executive director of Cherokee Nation Educational Services, longtime educator. He comes from a family of educators and he understands the importance of investing in the next generation. And guess what? That next generation is you. Now, in Iroquois society, leaders are encouraged to remember 7 generations in the past and consider 7 generations in the future. And that quote comes from Wilma Mankiller. Wilma Mankiller was the only female principal chief that the Cherokee Nation has had. And I am so proud of her. Unfortunately, she's made her transition, but she was a great leader. And guess what? You, yes, I'm talking to you, can be a great leader as well. So I am just so excited that so many people showed up today. We are recording this, so if somebody missed this, they can catch it on the replay. Like I said, Zoom limits me to 100 people, so I'm not sure if more than 100 people are trying to get on, but guess what? You are part of the lucky 100 that made it here today. So yes, I am proud of you. So this is about becoming the CEO of your life, shaped by the choices you make. So what I'm here to tell you is that you can have the life of your dreams. You can have the life you choose. It is all about choices. And what I like to say is I did not let my surroundings define me. I live the life that I choose. And in a minute, you'll hear a little bit more about me. Um, I want you today to commit to taking charge of your life. A CEO basically means a chief executive officer in a business. The CEO, the chief executive officer, is the boss. So I want you to become the boss of your life and make good choices, they're going to lead you to the life of your dreams. Now, it doesn't matter your starting point because you might be sitting there thinking, well, how could I have the life of my dreams? I don't have money. I don't have an education. I don't have a supportive family. I don't. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your starting point. What matters is that today you are making that decision to invest in you. Now, as Cherokees, because I am a Cherokee citizen, we are a strong, resilient people. There are over 370,000 registered Cherokee citizens throughout the United States. I live in Los Angeles, California. I don't live in Oklahoma. And as Cherokees, the 370,000 of us, we may look a little bit different. We may live in different places, and we may even have different opinions, and that's okay because what we have in common is stronger than our differences. Let me say that again. What we have in common is stronger than our differences. What we all have is we have Cherokee blood in our veins, and that Cherokee blood goes to your heart. So you have a Cherokee heart, and it doesn't matter what blood percentage or anything like that. What matters is that you have that Cherokee blood and you have the support of the Cherokee ancestors. So, congratulations, you have now made the first step of becoming the CEO of your life, along with all these other amazing Cherokees. So, as I indicated, this workshop or webinar is particularly for Gen Z. So I do this workshop all the time, usually for adults, but I get the fact that Gen Z is hungry for knowledge and information. So, with who is Gen Z? Let's ask that question. Who is Gen Z? Well, that's you. In the United States, there are 65 million people that come in the category of Gen Z. Now, Gen Z is defined as people that are born between 1996 and 2012. So that's you guys, right? The youth, the people that are in high school and middle school, you are Gen Z. Now, there's been a lot of studies about the different generations, and what is noted about Gen Z is that you are multitaskers. What does that mean? You can do a lot of different things at the same time. You could be on your social media and be talking to your friends or listening to your family or doing chores or whatever it is. The point is, you can do more things at once than other generations can. You're a realist. You have a real view of what life is like today, what society is like today. And so you don't like to sugarcoat it, you just like to be real. So realists are so important because I ask you to lead your authentic life. Lead your authentic life and be true to who you are as a person. Now, Gen Z, they're also very technology savvy, which means you know technology more than your parents or your extended family or even your grandparents or the people around you. You grew up using technology. And now technology is a good thing, right? Because without technology, we wouldn't be having this webinar today because I live in Los Angeles, like I said, and you live elsewhere. So technology is good, but technology has limitations. Technology does not replace the human touch. So although you're good with technology, you also have to remember that there's other ways to communicate with people of different generations that may not be as comfortable with technology. Now, the other thing about Gen Z is that you guys are entrepreneurs. What does that mean? That you like to have your own business, that your dream may not be working for somebody else. Maybe your dream is to have your own business. And that's a good thing, right? I mean, me personally, I've had my own business twice in my life and I love it. So you guys are entrepreneurs, but what's unique about Gen Z is that you're what's called social entrepreneurs, meaning that yes, you want to make money, but you also want to connect that to a social cause because you are socially aware and you have different causes that you believe in. And we've seen social entrepreneurship or social businesses be very successful in the last few years. People like Tom Shoes, where you buy one and they give one away. So the way that you guys think, you have a more socialistic and holistic view of the world. So good for you. The other good thing about you guys is you're adaptable. It's that you are adaptable, which means you go with the flow and you adapt to change. The reality is that there's always going to be changes in life. So you have to roll with the punches. You have to go with them. And you guys are good at that. So good for you. The other thing about Gen Z is you have strong opinions and you want them to be heard. You want your voice to be heard. And I think we've seen that a lot with one of the leaders in the environmental world, uh, Greta Thunberg, who's from Sweden. She just turned 18 and she has literally been able to establish a global movement around environmentalism because she wanted her voice to be heard. So she is part of you guys. She's part of Gen Z. So, yes, have your voice heard. Now, the other thing about you guys is that you process information uh, very quickly and accurately. And so that's a good thing. So there's so many great qualities that you guys have as Gen Z. So I am proud of you. I am so happy to be able to have this opportunity to work with you. And so I am going to launch a poll. So everybody get ready. This poll is going to pop up on your screen. So this poll is anonymous. So I don't really, you don't have to give us your name. So are we ready? We are going to launch our very first poll. And here we go now. So what I want I want to know from you is what is your age group? So you guys are quick. See, you guys are Gen Z, so you guys are quick. So let's see. Go ahead and just mark your appropriate response. Again, there's 100 people here, so I want everybody to answer. Come on, give me your age. So what do we have here? So I'm excited because 58% of the people that are participating in this webinar are 18 to 21. 18 to 21, you guys are Gen Z. We have 12% that are 22 to 25. We have some younger people, 14 to 17. And then we have some people that are not Gen Z, which is okay because I'm not Gen Z either. So thank you for participating in that poll. I'm going to show you the results really quickly. So the vast majority of you are in the 18 to 21-year-old group. So thank you for participating. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I wanted to start off in telling you a little bit about me. As I indicated, my name is Cynthia, and my Cherokee name is Lion Mother. And the name Lion Mother comes with a lot of responsibility because we all know that in Cherokee culture, our mothers and women are so important. And then the lion, or in my situation, the lioness, sits on top of the rock and watches the community. So putting all that together, I feel a sense of responsibility to help my community. And that's why I'm doing this webinar for you, for your benefit. I'm not getting paid for this. I am doing it out of the goodness of my heart because I want to share the information that I know with you so it can help you. Now today I'm a professor. I teach both business and leadership at a graduate level. I teach here in Los Angeles. I am the author of 4 books. and I am an entrepreneur. I've had my own business in my life and two different parts of my life, early on and then now. And my business I have now is I'm an executive coach. Now, what is an executive coach? I basically work with top level executives, what's called the C suite. The C suite is anybody that has a C in front of their name, CEO, CFO, that type of thing. And I work with them and help them become better leaders and help them guide them through their business and working with their teams. Today, I am also president of the City of Los Angeles Pension Fund. Now, with this pension fund, I oversee 20 billion, yeah, I said billion with the B, $20 billion worth of investments. So I am very honored and privileged. And I'm not telling you all this to brag. I'm telling you to give you context so you can understand who I am. So I've been able to accomplish all this stuff, and that's why I want to share this information with you, how I did it. But I want you to know a little bit about me. That's all the good stuff, the professional stuff. But I come from blended cultures. My dad was Mexican. I say was because he's made his transition, and my mom is Cherokee. And so I come from two cultures, which was not always easy growing up in Los Angeles because I didn't always felt like I fit in. My parents divorced when I was very young. When I was 7 years old, my parents divorced, and my mom hadn't worked. So she actually got on welfare. And so, for getting on welfare, I remember being 7 years old and going with my mom to the store and being embarrassed because she was paying with food stamps. And so she used welfare the way it was supposed to be, a temporary thing. She went on and got some skills, went to work for the County of Los Angeles, and for 25 years was the Native American liaison. I was the first person in my family to go to college. Now, I do see people asking questions and a few people raising their hand. At this point, I'm not going to be able to answer any questions until I get to that part because I want to concentrate and focus on you. So I was the first person in my family to go to college. My parents didn't have money to give me to go to college. I was able to get my master's degree by the time I was 23. So I have a master's degree in counseling. And so I've had so many challenges in my life. I got married and was in a physically abusive and verbally abusive marriage. And I've had a lot of challenges to overcome, like we all do. We all have challenges in life. But going back to what I was talking about is all about the choices you make. So I have three brothers. My older brother made very different choices in his life. He chose to get involved in gangs and drugs. And so his entire life, he has spent going in and out of jail. And he eventually got addicted to heroin. And last year he passed away. So he made choices. I made different choices with my life. I made a choice to invest in myself and go to college. And the reason I'm sharing my story with you is because I want you to understand it does not matter where you start from. What matters is the choices you make and what you do with your life. So the first thing we're going to do today is really take a look at ourselves in the mirror. I believe that everything in your life starts with you, and each person is unique. Each person is different. Now, how do I know that each person is different? Basically, because every single person has different fingerprints. No two people in this world have the same fingerprints. No two people are exactly alike. So what I want you to do is stop comparing yourself to other people and own your uniqueness. Own who you are as a person because you're a great, fabulous person and you're unique. So our first exercise is I want you to write down 5 words or phrases that describe you. Now, this is based on your opinion. Don't ask anybody, just ask yourself, who am I? And I want you to write down 5 words or phrases. Are you outgoing? Do you like to be alone? Are you funny, hardworking, smart? You like to control everything. You're loving. You feel anxious all the time. You're competitive. You're strong. You never give up. You're a good friend to others. You're stubborn. So, right now, I am going to give you a few minutes to write down your description of you. Go. Okay, so I hope you have written down 5 words or phrases that describe you. Now, what I want you to do is take a look at that list that you created and ask yourself, is this the person I want to be? And if not, are there things that you want to improve in your life? Now, remember, even though we're all unique, nobody is perfect. Nobody is. So, as a result, you have to look at yourself and then ask yourself a question: what can I change in my life to be a better person? So in the Q&A, somebody asked me where would they be able to see the replay. And at the end of this, I will give you my YouTube channel. I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel. Cherokee Nation will also have it, but you can come to my YouTube channel and see it for people. Because like I said, our limit's 100. I'm sure there's other people that we're trying to get on. Unfortunately, I had the limit of 100. And I want everybody to have this information because I want all of you to succeed. Okay, so now that you've taken a look in the mirror and kind of taken a look at yourself and are thinking about how you can improve, let's move on. So, one thing I want you to understand in life, you Gen Zers, I want you to understand that happiness is a choice. Yeah, I said it. Happiness is a choice. Happiness starts with you. It's not about your relationships. It's not about your school or your jobs. It's not about money. It's not about your circumstances, but happiness starts with you. Now, happiness is a choice that you can make irregardless of your circumstances. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Cynthia, how can we be happy right now? We're in the middle of a pandemic and it's crazy. I get that. I understand that. But you could still choose to be happy because happiness is free. Happiness is free because happiness is a mindset. And I wake up every morning and I start my day with gratitude. Gratitude is the foundation for happiness. And when you start being grateful, you get more things to be grateful for. Now, during this pandemic, I have to say it's been challenging. I live alone, I live by myself. I had my companion, my dog of 16 years, passed away last August. So I really found myself all alone. So I could sit here and feel sorry for myself. Oh, I'm by myself. But you know what? I changed. I said, okay, I am alone. I don't want to go out. I'm in Los Angeles, where right now is the epicenter of COVID-19. And I've had actually this morning, one of my friends pass away from COVID. So I need to stay home and protect myself. So what I've done is I've pivoted, I've changed, and now my whole life is virtual, right? So I use technology to keep in touch. Yesterday was actually my birthday. So what I did is my son put together a virtual birthday party. So I could have sat home and said, I feel sorry for myself because I'm alone, but there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. I'm happy. I'm happy to be able to use technology. I'm happy to have a bed to sleep in. I live in Los Angeles, where we're the homeless capital of the world. And I'm just happy to have a bed, a home, so many grateful people around me. And I'm grateful for people like you that show up, that are eager to learn, that want to make their life better. So you can be happy too. And I'll give you an example from history. Now, in South Africa, there was a leader named Nelson Mandela. If you haven't heard of him, you can Google him. And he actually served 26 years in prison for something he didn't do, other than he was speaking out against apartheid, which kept the blacks and whites separated. So he was in prison for 26 years, I think it was. And he still remained happy. Now, when he got out, they elected him as president. So if somebody can have a mindset to be happy, even if he was in prison for something, for no crime, then you can choose to be happy irregardless of what your circumstances is. And guess what? You, yeah, I'm talking to you, deserve to be happy. So choose happiness. Okay, so what I want to share with you today is about choices, but it's also about developing a roadmap for 2021. Becoming the CEO of your life is taking charge of your life and really setting plans for your life. So when you look at your life, we all have many aspects to our life. Life is multidimensional. Life has many aspects to it. And in life, the most important thing is yourself, right? And when I talk about being yourself, I don't mean like be selfish. What I mean is caring for yourself. Caring for yourself, making sure that you get exercise and that you're eating properly, and that you're, if you feel stressed out, that you're relaxing. And for me, my self-care, I eat healthy, I hike all the time, and I really make sure that I have a spiritual practice. So I pray, I meditate, and I keep my gratitude list. So think about ways that you can improve your life as an individual and take care of yourself, but not be selfish. The next thing is family. Now, family comes in all shapes and sizes, right? Some of us have extended families. Some of us may be raised by our grandparents or, whoever. But we all have some type of family. And for those of you that maybe have a small blood family, you can choose friends to make a part of your family. Like I indicated, last night was my birthday, our virtual Zoom party, and I had people that are my close friends that I consider my family because I have a very small family. So family is so important. What other parts of your life are important are your career and education. Now, some of you, the 20-year-olds, may be working, or you may still be in school or thinking about school, but that's an area of your life to consider making goals. The other thing about life you need to realize is life is about, being joy, being happy, having fun. And that I want you to look at, what are your hobbies and passions? For me, one of my hobbies has always been taking pictures. So what I just signed up for the iPhone Photography Academy, where I do have an iPhone. So I want to learn how to take better pictures. So I'm always improving myself, always doing things that I'm passionate about, that I find fun. Entertainment. For me, I love live concerts. Unfortunately, right now in the situation is I can't attend live concerts, but that's what I consider fun. So what I've done is because I love music, on Instagram, I follow DJ Nice, who has something called Club Quarantine. And so for New Year's Eve, I spent the evening dancing to DJ Nice playing on Instagram because I love to dance. I love passion, and I'm home alone, so I dance to DJ Nice on Club Quarantine. Friends are another part of your life. We all have to have friends, and you know, there's some friends that are closer than others. And the other thing I want you to think about when you're setting goals for your life is think about how you can make a contribution to the world. What's important to you about the world and making a positive difference? So I'm just kind of going through all the different aspects that we have in our life. Now, what we're going to do is, now that we're thinking about our life, I want you to start creating a roadmap. Now, what I want you to do, and you don't have to do it yet because I want you to listen to me for a few minutes. I want you to set some goals. And in a minute, we are going to set goals for our life. But when we're setting goals, I want you to set the goals in a positive way, not a negative way. And what I mean by this, around this time, a lot of people say, oh, I want to lose weight. Around New Year's, everybody sets a resolution they want to lose weight. So don't make it a negative, I want to lose weight. Set it in the positive. I want to be at a healthier weight. That's a positive versus I want to lose 20 pounds or whatever it is, because you want to keep everything in your life positive. So once you set that goal, the next step is, what action can you take to achieve that goal? Now, for example, with getting to a healthier weight, well, losing weight is really comes down to two things: how much food you eat and how much exercise you get, the input and the output. So what action can you take is limit your calories and get some exercise. And so you think, oh, I don't like to exercise. Exercise is boring. Walk, some kind of, I personally like to hike because I like to be outside with Mother Nature. So I hike on a regular basis. So I try to eat healthy and I exercise. Those two things to balance me out. Now, when you're setting your goals, have a time frame in mind. Now, going back, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying you all have to lose weight, but I'm just using it so you can kind of get the idea, is set a certain amount of time. Okay, I want to get to my ideal weight in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year, whatever is realistic for you. Because remember, I keep saying, everybody is different. Each and every one of us are different. Now, the other thing when I'm talking about setting goals, set goals for yourself, not for others. And another webinar I was teaching, I had somebody set a goal, and her goal was for her boyfriend, right? I want him to be nicer to me. Well, you can't set goals for other people. You don't have control over other people. You only have control over yourself. And so you need to set goals for you as an individual. So don't think you can set goals for others. So what she can do is, I set the goal that I will not tolerate bad behavior from others. Or she could say, my goal is to communicate to my boyfriend that I want to be treated in a respectful, honest manner. See how it's a little bit different? So on the screen, you can see, I want you to believe. When you set these goals, I want you to believe that anything is possible, but yet I want you to have the courage to go after these goals. Because let me tell you, nobody is going to come give you the life that you want. You need to go get the life that you want. And you do that by setting goals and accomplishing them. So that's like the backdrop behind it. So now what I want you to do is now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this. The nitty gritty is setting goals. So are you ready for this? Think big. Think about what your dreams are. Think about all those different areas of your life that I talked about. And now I want you to set anywhere between 3 to 5 goals in any area of your life. And this is the start of your roadmap. So I'm going to stop here as you set 3 to 5 goals for your life, not anybody else's life. And I want you to start now. So go. 3 to 5 goals. And actually, I'm going to back up so you could see the areas of your life. Oops. Any of these areas, you can set goals for yourself, for your how your relationship with your family. You want to be a better daughter. You want to be a better son. You want a career. Your goal for your education is you want to apply to college. You want to be a better friend. You want to volunteer and help the world. Whatever it is, I want you to go ahead and set 3 to 5 goals now. Okay, does everybody have their 3 to 5 goals? If you don't have your goals ready today, that's okay, because sometimes we really have to think about it and really what we want. So that's okay. So once you set your goal, then the next step is to make a plan. What are the steps that you are going to take to get to your goal? So the goal is the what. What is it that you want? What is it you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to do? The next part is how you're going to get there. So make a plan. What are the steps that you need to take to get to that goal? So let's say, for example, your goal, you're still in high school and your goal is to attend college. So the plan would be to look at yourself. What's your grade point average? Look at what college you want to go to. Look at when the application is due, and follow those steps because there's steps involved. Also, if you're in high school still and you're looking at going to college, It's no longer just about your grade point average and your test scores. They also want to see that you're well rounded, and they look for people that are volunteering at different organizations. So maybe knowing that that's a factor they take into consideration, maybe you have to go out and start volunteering. I know it's hard during a pandemic, but there's always ways to volunteer. So it's about making that plan to get where you want to be. Got it? Which brings us to the third step. The third step is setting a time frame. How long is it going to take you to reach your goal? Now, in some cases, the goal is going to be very quick, right? Now, other cases, the goal may take years, right? If you're in high school and your goal is to graduate from college, that may take you 5, 6, 7 years, whatever. But at least you kind of put a time frame so you have an understanding of how long it's going to take. Now, if it doesn't take that long, that's great. If you get there quicker, then good for you. But the goal setting is just part of it. You have to make the plan and do the time frame. So, for everybody that's watching today, I want you to use the start date of today for your roadmap. So your roadmap is your goals, your plan, and your time frame. That's your roadmap. So your roadmap starts today. January 6th, 2021 is the start of your roadmap. And the next thing to do is do the work. Set this plan into action, right? Because without action, it really means nothing. And I do want to give a shout out to Isabella. Isabella wished me a happy birthday. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. So let's move right along. So now that we have the roadmap, which is the goal, how we're going to get there, and the time frame, the next step is to set up some accountability and a support system. Because if you set up no accountability, it's easy to get off track. And that's why, for me personally, I say I'm setting goals. I don't say I'm doing New Year's resolutions because we all know that people make New Year's resolutions and some ridiculous amount of number of people don't keep them. So I don't say I'm doing New Year's resolutions. I say I'm setting goals. And so you have to ask yourself, how are you going to keep yourself accountable as you execute this roadmap that you're developing? Now, one of the ways that I keep myself accountable is I track my progress. For example, even I say that, I want a healthy lifestyle. So what I do is I'm on my calendar, which is on my iPhone, I track how many days a week I either walk or hike. My goal out of a 7-day week is that I want to hike or walk at least 30 minutes, 6 days out of the week. So I give myself a little break on Sundays, but other than that, I'm either walking or hiking. So to track my progress, I write it down. So I'm tracking it and I can go see when I hit my goal. And for me, it's rewarding because when I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing and when I'm hiking and walking, I feel better. I feel better. I look better. I'm healthier. So those are my rewards. However, I realize that with everybody, it's not always that easy. So many times, what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to engage the support of others. It could be your family, your friends, your mentors, other people in your life. So, what you do is you share your goal with them. So I'm sharing with you. So I share with my friend, my goal is to hike or walk for 30 minutes, 6 days out of the week. So I share that with somebody. So what do? I have a hiking buddy. So I have a hiking buddy, and he and we hike 3 times a week. So when you do it with somebody else, to me, it makes it easier. So because we rely on each other, Say, okay, even on days I don't feel like hiking, because we start at 7:30 in the morning, days it might be cold, I don't feel like hiking. I have a buddy system. So the buddy system, it helps me stay on track. So many of you out there, you don't have to be alone when you're doing this. You can establish a buddy system for your roadmap. Now, I don't know how we can do this through Cherokee Nation, but maybe we can figure out a way to establish a way that if you don't have a buddy, we can find you one. But it's really important to have that support from yourself and others to make sure that you're continuing to move forward, following your dreams with your roadmap. Now, one thing I want to let you know, it's not going to be easy. Nothing in life that's worth it is always easy, but you have to do the work. Again, I keep emphasizing nobody's going to come give you the life of your dreams. You have to work for it, but you're capable of working for it. I mean, I'm excited for you because I know that when you put your mind to it, you develop a plan, you develop accountability and the support network, then you can accomplish your dreams. So find the buddy system is great. Find somebody that you can do this with and do the work together. So I believe that you, yes, you are the CEO of your life. So what I want everybody to do is I want you to sit up straight for a minute, nice and tall and proud. And I want you to repeat after me. And I want to be able to hear you. So I want you to repeat after me. I am the CEO of my life. Okay, I didn't hear everybody. Come on, women, girls, come on. You need to step it up. I need to hear you. I am the CEO of my life. That was much better. Now, what I want you to say is, I am a powerful Gen Z leader. We're going to try that one more time. I am a powerful Gen Z leader. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, and this is, I want you to say it with all the strength that you have in your body. In 2021, I am taking charge of my life. Okay, I felt some of you were holding back. I know may be a little uncomfortable for you, but it's okay because what we're doing here is we're setting our intentions and declaring this, okay? So let's try that last one more time. In 2021, I am taking charge of my life. Yay! I heard everybody that time. I felt you. I'm pumped up. You guys have me pumped up. So I want you to remember as you develop your roadmap and set your goals that anything is possible. Yes, anything is possible. And take a look around. I mean, especially for Native Americans, it's our time. It's our time to take our power back. We just got the first Native American woman to be a part of the United States cabinet. We have uh, Native Americans that are part of Congress. Anything is possible, whatever you dream. Don't let the haters get in your way of your dreams. You can have your dreams. Anything is possible. But in order for it to be possible, three things have to happen. You have to believe it's possible. You have to believe. You have to believe it's possible. You have to do the work because some people say, well, let's just go along with the example I just gave. You want to be a Congress member. Not everybody wants to be elected official. Maybe you want to be a top athlete. Maybe you want to be a musician. Whatever your dreams are, because everybody's different. You have to do the work. You just can't believe it and expect it to land on your doorstep. You have to believe it and do the work, right? Do the work. You just made goals and you're developing your plan, how you're going to accomplish those goals. You have to do the work. One thing I have to say about Gen Z is sometimes I've seen that Gen Z wants to set the goal and then all of a sudden be there. Like, okay, I want to be CEO of a company and I want to be there. Well, it takes time. You have to do the work. And the third thing is never give up. Sometimes when you're going for your goals and you're doing the work and you believe that they can happen, it's like, oh my God, is this ever going to happen for me? Yeah, you can't give up because you never know. If you give up, you don't know what's around the corner. So, you might be almost there. You can't see it, but it's almost there. So don't give up. Giving up is the easy thing. But you know what? When you give up, then you're not going to get there, right? You're not going to get to your goal if you give up. So don't give up. Anything is possible. And like I said, I shared where I started and look where I'm now. And I worked hard, I set my goals, and I never gave up. So, because this is brought to you by Cherokee Nation, I want you to remember to be a proud Cherokee. Be a proud Cherokee. Like I said, it doesn't matter how you look or how much Cherokee blood, you are a Cherokee. Be proud of that, and support other people in our community. When we all come together, all 370,000 of us, and support each other, we are going to be stronger. We are going to be stronger people, all of us. Now, I want you to remember that we are the result of our ancestors, and we have amazing ancestors. They went through a lot. They're through the trail of tears. And for the young women out there, I want you to remember that the Cherokees were actually, and hopefully still are, a culture that respected women. Women, we actually came from a matriarchal society, meaning that the women were in charge before the Europeans came over. So the women, I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to support each other. All of us need to support each other. But I just had to really give a shout out to the young women because a lot of us struggle not believing in ourselves. But the ancestors have your back and they are strong, and so are you. And so, Wilma Mankiller, who I talked about earlier, who was the only female principal chief that the Cherokees have had, she has a quote that I wanted to share with you. It says, "The most fulfilled people are the ones who get up every morning and stand for something larger than themselves. They are the people who care about others, who will extend a helping hand to someone in need and will speak up when they see injustices." And that is Wilma Mankiller. So if you're a young man or a young woman, it doesn't matter. You can live the life of your dreams and become the CEO of your life. So I do want to keep in touch with you. We are going to I'm going to take a few questions, but I want to keep in touch with you. I know that somebody asked me about where can they get this recording. You're going to get it on my YouTube page. Visit my website. I'm actually really excited about this because I want to be able to do more of these, and I really want to be of service to my community. So I want to give a shout out. As I mentioned, I just released my fourth book, which is a second edition of Cherokee Wisdom. So with us today is Abraham Bearpaw. Abraham Bearpaw is an employee of Cherokee Nation. He's actually my co-author on Cherokee Wisdom, 12 Lessons for Becoming a Powerful Leader, second edition. And I'm so proud to be able to partner with him because I believe that with Cherokee culture, it's about harmony and balance. And when you have a male and female perspective, that's bringing balance to the topic. So I do want to go ahead. We have 5 minutes left. I am going to open it up for whoever wants to ask me a question in the Q&A, and then after that, I will launch a poll. And I'm just like so happy that 100 people showed up today. So thank you. So anybody have any questions in the Q&A? Go ahead and put them in now. So any questions? I don't see any questions. Oops, I see a question. So I am so happy. So Steve said, if I'm the CEO of my life, what are my parents? Well, what your parents should be at this point in your life, they should be your support, right? Because I'm a parent, I'm a mother. So I believe as a parent, we're there to give you the foundation and support you, but it's really about you making choices for your life. Now, if you're under 18, yes, of course they have influence over you. So what I see your parents' role is to be support and love, but you're still the CEO, Steve. Okay, will the YouTube be under the CEO of your life? No, it's actually going to be under my name, and you can see my name on the screen. My name is Cynthia Ruiz, and somebody asked, how can I learn more about Cherokee heritage? What do you recommend? I recommend going to the Cherokee Nation website. That's CherokeeNation.org, and they have a whole group of culture that teaches about culture. Donnie Squirrel and Abraham Bearpaw are leaders in this. I love learning about culture and about some of like the games and, big thing in culture, Cherokee culture is storytelling and stickball and our language. So, go to CherokeeNation.org or the website, official website for Cherokee Nation, and they have all that information there. Nathan says, thank you for sharing your story. Oh, Nathan, it's my pleasure. And then Alicia said, what a good way to stay motivated. What's a good way to stay motivated to achieve your goals? Well, I already said, find your support system. Find your support system, whether it be your other friends, mentors. Make sure that you're holding yourself and having other people hold you accountable. And what did I say about the 2 pages? My audio cut out when I said something I don't remember. I help run a Cherokee Youth League on Instagram, and I was wondering if you could share the link. Absolutely, I'll share the link at the end. And we have a lot more people. People are saying thank you. So we have 2 more minutes. So what I am going to do, and again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for you showing up today. So I do have one more poll that I would like to launch. And let me go to my next poll here. And here we go. So I'm going to ask you, and you can put as many answers as appropriate. So I'm launching a poll now. So I want your thoughts on this webinar. Would you like to take another webinar with me? Would you recommend this webinar to others? Would you like help with the buddy system and finding your goals? Do you plan to follow through on your goals? Would you like to have access to a recording of this? And you can always say that you did not find this information helpful. I don't take it personal. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to look at that poll. Okay, so okay, people are still answering, so I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay, I am going to end the poll and share the results. So the vast majority, 83% of you found this information helpful. Uh, there was 2 people that didn't find the information helpful, and that's okay. If this is not for you, that's okay. But the vast majority of people did. And the vast majority of people said they would like to take another webinar. So thank you so much for your input. And what I want to say in closing is Wado. Wado, for many of you know that that means thank you in Cherokee. And from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for participating in this webinar. It's really been my pleasure to be of service today. And again, the YouTube channel is my name, Cynthia Ruiz, and the link will be there. And I wish each and every one of you much success in 2021. Remember, you are the CEO of your life, shaped by the choices you make. So make good choices, do the work, and until next time, wado. Bye.